From Max McClary Field in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio, it is game number 19 as your Xenia Scouts take on the Cincinnati Steam. Andrew Alix here alongside Gabe Genovesi. We are happy to have you aboard with us here tonight. The Scouts are hot. That coming off a couple straight wins, a series sweep against the Hamilton Joes. They hit the road and head to the Queen City to take on the Cincinnati Steam, who sit atop first place in the Southern Division of the Great Lakes League. The Scouts will send Caleb Bernholtz, a name you might recognize from the 2016 squad, to the mound fresh off the plane as he helps try to help get these Scouts through this second half of the season as they go into a pennant race run. About to get things underway here. I'm going to give you the lineup for the Xenia Scouts. Batting first and playing short, Ben Beachy. Batting second and playing left field, Jordan Lambert. The designated hitter batting third is none other than Donald Ring. Chris Ackerman is catching and batting in the cleanup spot. Kyle Casterly at first, batting fifth. Caden Owens in center and batting sixth. Joey Roddy in the hot corner, batting seventh. Dylan Lottenville is in right and batting eighth, and in the 9-hole, the second baseman, Mr. Ange Bourgeois. So the Scouts about to get things underway here, and coming to the plate is Ben Beachy. He will face off against Logan Heintzman. And Gabe, what do we have on Logan Heintzman?
Logan Heintzman on the mound tonight for the Scouts, for the Steam. Heintzman, a pretty good year thus far, a 1.03 ERA in 4 appearances. He has only – no, I am currently reading the wrong numbers. I will get you Heintzman's numbers.
Well, it's a mystery for now.
When I read the right ones.
The first pitch of this ball game, fastball inside part of the plate, a called strike one. The batter, Ben Beachy. Beachy, the leadoff man in this Xenia lineup, a .323 hitter, 7 doubles, 1 RBI or 1 home run, and 14 RBIs. As he takes on the outside, a ball and a strike. Now the count to Ben Beachy. He hits from the right side against the righty Logan Heintzman. And swing and a miss on the outside. Ben Beachy going fishing and a ball in the dirt off the plate. He falls behind in this count. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the top of the first inning. The Scouts and the Steam in action. 1-2 pitch way off the plate. Count's going to even up 2-2.
And Heintzman, a 2.75 ERA in 3 appearances with the Steam. 16 and a third innings pitched. 14 hits given up. As that curveball misses outside. Heintzman, 6 runs given up, only 5 earned.
So 3-2 now the count to Ben Beachy. In the shortstop throws over to first in time for out number 1. Mark it down as a 6-3 in your books, folks. And the first batter of the game is sat down in Ben Beachy. So now with 1 away, Jordan Lambert to the plate. So Lambert steps in. Jordan Lambert, a big day yesterday and a promise fulfilled. He told Gabe yesterday before the game he has going to get 3 hits, and he did just that. But Jordan, as he usually does, attacking first pitch. This time a swing and a miss on the outside. A 0-1 the count here to Jordan Lambert. The 0-1 now. And Lambert fouls it straight back, so quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Lambert from the University of Tennessee Martin, a .290 hitter on the year. That's with 3 doubles and 10 RBIs, a .380 on base percentage. He hits from the left side against the righty. The 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back again. Good job there by Jordan Lambert to protect the plate. So he stays alive in this count. Still no balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. The 0-2. And check swing, did he go? They will say that he did. So swing and a miss. The first strikeout of the day for Logan Heintzman. And the Scouts 2 up, 2 down to start this ball game. Is going to bring Donald Ring to the plate. Going to give you the lineup defensively for the Steam. Matt Warkington over at first. Jake Bork at second. Chris Gibbon at short. Alex Holderbach at third. Mike Moffitt in left. Jake Mercer in center. And Will Vogelsong in right. Hayden Singer is behind the dish. First pitch to Donald Ring here. A called strike, 0-1. And Donald hits 0-1 on the ground over towards short. Given picks it up, throws over to first in time for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Will Vogelsong in the top of the first. We have reached the middle of the first. Still a scoreless game between the Xenia Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
All right, fans, you already know that the Steam has teamed up with the opposing.
The bottom of the first inning here, the Scouts and the Steam still scoreless as the Scouts could not manage a base runner in the top of the first. So now it's going to be Caleb Fernholz to the mound, a name that I am happy to announce again. Fernholz is a member of the 2016 Xenia Scouts, the team that went on to win the Southern Division Championship last season, the first Southern Division Championship in team history. Fernholz coming back from the Northwoods League up in Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, all kinds of states up there. The Mankato Moondogs. Fernholz posted a 1.03 ERA in 8 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 5 hits, walking 4, striking out 8, a 156 batting average. So first pitch from Fernholz, that one on the outside, ball 1. The batter, Jace Mercer. The 1-0. And that one's hit in the air towards center field. The center fielder, Caden Owens, comes under it and makes the grab. Out number 1. So a 2-pitch out to get things going for Caleb Fernholz. And the leadoff man, Jace Mercer, is retired. So now with 1 away, it's going to bring Jake Bork to the plate. Jake Bork, the second baseman from the University of South Carolina upstate. Bork, a .324 batting average, a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs for the Steam so far this year. First pitch from Fernie. That one a fastball outside part of the plate, called strike 1. A scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. 1 away. Bork from the right side against the righty Fernholz, 1-0. That one coming just low. Another fastball from Fernholz. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike. Defensively for the Scouts, Casserly at first, Bourgeois at second, Beachy at short, Ronnie at third, Lambert in left, Caden Owens in center, and Dylan Lottenville in right. 1-1 curveball there from Fernholz does find the zone. He's ahead in this count, a ball and 2 strikes here with 1 away. And, of course, forgot to mention the catcher. It's Chris Ackerman. He awaits the 1-2 pitch, and that one is up and away. The count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dallas Beaver, the designated hitter, awaits on deck for the Steam. Fernie looks to Ackerman. The pitch, curveball, upstairs yet again. The count moves full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Bork. The 3-2 pitch, and that one's hit in the air, flared out to right. Lottenville going back. He'll make the grab at the warning track. for out number 2. Mark it down as an F9 in your books, folks. Then 2 up, 2 down on a couple of fly balls for Caleb Fernholz. Now, you got to remember, folks, for those of you at home, which I assume is all of you who's listening to this, the dimensions here at Max McClary Field in downtown Cincinnati, not particularly normal. You got 327 to left, 397 to dead center, 320 to right with a very high fence. A green monster-style fence. His first pitch to Dallas Beaver in there for a called strike. So a fly ball out to right here. If you can get it over that probably 30-foot wall out there, an easy home run. The 0-1 pitch to Beaver. Fernie going on the outside that time. The count evens up a ball and a strike here with 2 away. Beaver, the designated hitter from the University of Central Florida, a 380 hitter on the year, 7 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 14 RBIs. Fernholz delivers fastball that time, low and away. The count moves 2 balls and 1 strike here with 2 away. Beaver bats from the left side against the righty Caleb Fernholz. 2-1 pitch. Big breaking ball missing on the outside, and a hitter's 3-1 count now for Dallas Beaver.
Not something you like to say when it comes to Dallas Beaver. He will jump on anything over the plate.
So 3 balls and a strike here. Fernholz, he delivers. And that one fouled hard, straight back. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. The University of Central Florida, not a school that you see every day here in the Great Lakes League. But Dallas Beaver making the trip 3-2 and chopped foul towards the Xenia dugout. Almost took out the head of Ross Yoder sitting up there on the first step. So we're going to stay at 3-2 here. Fernie looks to Chris Ackerman. The 3-2 pitch coming again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Fernholz's first punch out of the 2017 campaign. And he gets out of the first inning, retiring the steam in order. No runs on no hits and nobody left aboard for Cincinnati. We have played an inning of baseball here at Max McClary Field. The Scouts and the Steam still scoreless. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Right here at Max McClary Field on Tuesday. Xenia Scouts, the catcher. From Hillsdale,
Put it on the.
number 7, Chris Ackerman.
We go into the top of the second inning here. Andrew Alix, Gabe Genovesi, a scoreless ball game between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. The Scouts going to send Chris Ackerman, Kyle Casserly, and Caden Owens to the plate in the top of the second. 2 pitches now to Chris Ackerman and 2 balls. Ackerman, the hot hitter for the Scouts ball club, a 308 hitter on the year, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 5 of them coming in yesterday's contest. 2-1 pitch, and Ack fouls that one out of play. First base side, the count moves 2-1. Ackerman, the catcher from Hillsdale College, a native of Howell, Michigan. A .509 on base percentage. He has drawn 17 walks. The 2-1 now to Ackerman. And Ackerman waves and misses there, evens up the count 2-2. And you talk about Chris Ackerman, it's one Achilles heel. He strikes out a lot. 15 strikeouts for Ackerman. He hits from the right side here against the righty. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heinzman delivers. That one way on the outside. The count moves full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody out here in the top of the second. A scoreless ball game between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. The 3-2 pitch. And that one is in there for a called strike 3. Chris Ackerman goes down looking. His 16th strikeout of the year. A second of the game for Logan Heinzman. And one away here for the Scouts in the top of the second. Going to bring Kyle Casserly to the plate. Casserly, the first baseman from Wright State University, a 203 hitter on the year, 3 doubles, a home run, and 8 RBIs. First pitch to Cass. That one way outside. 1 ball and no strikes there with 1 away. Cass from Wright State, like I said, by way of University of West Virginia. He takes fastball lower outside part of the zone. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cass hits from the left side against the righty Heinzman. 1-1 coming now. That one bounces in the dirt in front of the plate. So Cass ahead in the count, 2-1. Yesterday, Casserly, a double back in the 5th inning. That's his 3rd double of the year. The 2-1. And Cass waves and misses off-speed pitch on the outside. The count evens up 2-2. A beautiful night for baseball here in the Queen City. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt yet again. The count goes full. Caden Owens waits on deck. The 3rd full count of the night for Heitzman. And Casserly waves and misses at a pitch way up and away. The 3rd strikeout of the night for Logan Heitzman. The 2nd in a row. And as the first 2 scouts in this inning have been punched out, it's Caden Owens to the plate. Owens, another Division I talent on this Xenia Scouts roster. 250 batting average with 3 RBIs, 2 doubles for the center fielder from Oral Roberts. He takes first pitch fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Caden Owens. A scoreless ball game here in the top of the second. 2 away. The 1-0 pitch. Caden fouls that one straight back over the netting behind home plate. The count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Owens was on the shelf a little while, actually suffering from a broken right hand. 1-1 curveball way off the plate. The count moves 2-1. And Owens has been plagued by injuries for really the majority of his career as a baseball player. 2-1 fouled straight back. The count evens up 2-2. And Caden does not look pleased there, just missing on a pitch that he really liked. So 2-2 now the count. Owens. He hits from the left side against the righty Logan Heinzman. Heinzman, the 2-2 pitch. And that one is hit high in the air, center field. Jace Mercer has it. He makes the grab for out number 3. So the Scouts go down in order for the 2nd time and as many times to the plate. No runs on no hits and nobody left aboard for Xenia. We have reached the middle of the 2nd inning. The Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam are still scoreless here in Cincinnati. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
University, number 28, Mike Muffin.
We go into the bottom of the second inning here, a scoreless ball game between the Scouts and the Steam. Caleb Fernholz retired the Steam in order in the top of the first. He now faces the 4, 5, and 6 spots in the Cincinnati lineup. The batter is Mike Moffitt. First pitch fastball from Fernholz. That's on the outside. Part of the plate check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1 the count here to Moffitt. 0-1, and that one's hit up the middle and into center field. So the first hit surrendered by Caleb Fernholz on his 2017 Xenia Scouts campaign. And now the Steam have one on and nobody out for Matt Warkentin. Warkentin from Johnson County Community College. A later addition to the Cincinnati Steam Ball Club, a 370 hitter. That's 5 for 27. 2 doubles, 1 home run, 5 RBIs for Warkentin. He plays first base, hitting from the right side here against the righty Caleb Fernholz. Decent sized lead from Mike Moffitt over at first. First pitch from Bernie, curveball, swing and a miss. 0-1 the count here. Chris Given awaits on deck for this team. Joey Roddy playing a little bit in at third. Regular depth for Beachy and Bourgeois in the middle. The 0-1 pitch. And fouled straight back, and Caleb Fernholz quickly ahead in this count, 0-2 on Matt Warkentin. No balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out in the home half of the second. The Scouts and the Steam. The Steam coming into this game at 11-6, sitting atop the South Division of the Great Lakes Collegiate Baseball League. Fernie looks to the catcher Ackerman. Here's the pitch. And that one way outside. Throw back over to first. A pitch out, but not going to get there in time. Casserly lays down the tag, but Mike Moffitt sliding back in safely. The count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Moffitt still a big lead over at first. The sun beaming down here in the Queen City. The 1-2 pitch coming now. Bernie delivers. And that one grounded foul third base side. We're going to stay at 1-2. The Scouts last night, a thriller at Grady's Field. Xenia had a 9-3 lead going into the top of the 9th. But a little bit of difficulty. 5 runs for the Hamilton Joes. And who other than Joey Roddy comes in, plays the hero, gets the 1-out save on a strikeout. Something that will be remembered in Xenia Scouts lore for a long, long time. 1-2 from Fernie. Swung on and missed strike 3. The second strikeout of the day for Caleb Fernholz. And 1 away, and Caleb Fernholz quickly getting to work here. Now it's going to be Chris Given to the plate. Given, the shortstop from Xavier, comes in a 167 hitter. 2 RBIs on the year for the Steam. He bats from the right side here against Caleb Fernholz. Still a big lead for Mike Moffitt. First pitch from Fernie. Fastball inside part of the plate. A called strike 1. Corey Coobs calling the pitches. Also a coach on that 2016 squad. Him and Caleb Fernholz know each other very, very well. A level of comfort probably there for Fernholz working with Corey Coobs. Pickoff attempt back over to first. And just trying to keep him honest. The count 0-1 here with 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. We are still scoreless between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. Big lead at first for Moffitt, and another pickoff attempt. Casserly lays down the tag, but still not in time. Given from Xavier. Xavier, of course, Division I program here in the great city of Cincinnati. They play in the Big East Conference, and they have been a presence in the regionals these past couple of years in Division I. As 0-1 is fouled out of play, right field side, and Caleb Fernholz once again ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Alex Holderbach awaits on deck for the Steam. Fernholz has struck out 2 here through 1 1/3. The 0-2 pitch. Big curveball. but taken up and away. The count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the catcher, Chris Ackerman, almost looking to do the throw over to first yet again. They are worried about the big lead over at first for Mike Moffitt. 1-2 pitch, and that one just off the plate. The count's going to even up 2-2. I like the pitch selection there from Fernholz, trying to get Chris Given to chase a little bit on the outside. But the home plate umpire, Dave Blanchett, does not give him the call. So the count now evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 now. Runner goes. Check swing did not go. No throw from Chris Ackerman. And Mike Moffitt just walks over to second with a stolen base. Very unfortunate. Now the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And I wonder if Ackerman either lost the ball in his glove right before he went to pop up, or if he just didn't see him, or maybe he just didn't feel comfortable making the throw. I don't know, but that was
Ackerman's been incredibly successful throwing guys out. But now a runner in scoring position for the Steam here in the bottom of the second. The double play ball is off now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Caden Owens in center, playing way shaded to the left side. The 3-2 pitch, and that one is taken low and away. Ball number 4. So after falling behind in the count, 0-2. Chris Given, the shortstop from Xavier, fights his way back into the count and draws the full count walk. So now it's runners at first and second here, with 1 out for the 7-hitter in the Cincinnati lineup, Alex Holderbach. Holderbach, the third baseman from Eastern Kentucky. He's batting at a .317 mark this season, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and 7 RBIs. He bats from the right side here against the righty Caleb Fernholz. Fernie looks back to second. He's going to deliver first pitch. First pitch curveball. That one low, 1 ball and no strikes to Alex Holderbach. For Holderbach, at the University of Eastern Kentucky, the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky, he hit very well this past spring, .355 in 186 at-bats. He drove in 49 runs, 11 home runs for Alex Holderbach. The 1-0 pitch. Foul straight back. That one will make you flinch if you're sitting right here in the press box. Count evens up, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, it's not like there's a net and a window in front of us or anything.
I guess we just don't trust the institutions that are here to protect us, Gabe. Ball and a strike here with 1 away. Mike Moffitt at second, Chris Given at first. Caleb Fernholz trying to keep this game scoreless in the home half of the second. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball right down the pipe, a called strike 2. So Fernie has been getting ahead in these counts almost every batter that he has faced so far. A ball and 2 strikes now to Holderbach. Fernie looks to Ackerman. He sets and delivers. Curveball on the outside. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. How did we get here? It was a single for Mike Moffitt. He then stole a base. Matt Workington struck out swinging. And then Caleb Fernholz walked Chris Given after going ahead in the count 0-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And curveball high and outside. The count goes full yet again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And for Caleb Fernholz, who is laboring out there on a hot day, throwing a lot of pitches here in this home half of the second.
And the last thing you want to do here is walk another guy after you were ahead in the count.
Fernholz looks to the catcher, Ackerman. The 3-2 pitch, or he'll actually step off after picking up the leg. Looks back to second, keeping the runner at second, and Mike Moffitt honest. The 3-2 pitch. And that one's hit sky high on the infield. Second baseman Ange Bourgeois calling for it. He'll make the grab for out number 2. So Caleb Fernholz gets an infield fly. And that is out number 2. And the only thing standing between him and a scoreless frame here is retiring Hayden Singer. Mark that one down as an F4. And now the catcher, Hayden Singer, coming to the plate. Singer from Miami of Ohio, a native of Liberty Township, Ohio. A 278 hitter, I should say. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. He bats from the right side here against the righty Fernholz. First pitch, fastball right down the heart of the plate, called strike 1. With the Miami Redhawks this past year, Singer played in 48 games, started 38 of them. Not much success with Miami, however. A 172 batting average in 128 at-bats. He did drive in 14 RBIs. And swing and a miss there. Change up from Fernholz, and Singer was way ahead of it. So Caleb Fernholz has gone ahead in the count on almost all of the batters that he has faced this inning. And now is 1 strike away from turning away the Cincinnati Steam here in the home half of the fourth, or of the second. No balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away, the pitch from Fernie. And that one is in the dirt. It's going to get past the glove of Chris Ackerman. Both runners will advance. The count moves 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And now, if you're Fernholz, you got to be very careful with your off-speed pitches low. You don't want to put them in the dirt anywhere. A run will score on a passed ball.
1 ball and 2 strikes now. Fernie trying to retire. Hayden Singer here, the Miami Redhawk. He looks to Ackerman and delivers. Fouled straight back, just getting a piece of the curveball of Hayden Singer. The Cattle stay at 1 and 2. Fernie has 2 strikeouts here through 1 2/3, but 2 runners in scoring position. It's Moffitt at third, Chris Given at second. Anything in the gap here could possibly bring home 2 runs here, as the runners will go with 2 away. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caleb Fernholz with the 3rd strikeout of the evening, and he puts up a scoreless frame here in the home half of the second. No runs on 1 hit and 2 men left aboard for the Steam. We have played a couple of innings of baseball here in Cincinnati. The Scouts and the Steam deadlocked at 0. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Scouts is the 3rd baseman from Ohio State University, number 35, Joey Roddy.
We go into the 3rd inning of baseball here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati on a beautiful Canada Day. At the ballpark, first pitch to Joey Roddy. That one taken low and away. Roddy checks his swing. Or maybe they'll say that he did not check his swing there, as they held up 0-1. Roddy takes takes the second pitch, foul, way out of play on the first base side, and the count now 0-2 to Joey Roddy. Roddy, the 3rd baseman from the Ohio State University, a 120 hitter on the year, 4 RBIs, and he hits that one on the ground, slow roller, hook foul. A lot of spin on that ball from Roddy, and unfortunately for him, because the trajectory of that ball, the way that that play had developed so slowly, he may have been able to beat out an infield hit, but instead, just a foul ball. The count will stay 0-2 here to Joey. Roddy, of course, we mentioned it earlier, came in and got a one-out save. A strikeout last night that put the game in the books as the Xenia Scouts got back to 500. The 0-2 pitch now to Joey. That one in the dirt on the outside. The count moves 1-2 strikes. It's Joey Roddy, Dylan Lottenville, and Ange Bourgeois due up here in the top of the third inning. The Scouts have been held without a hit through the first 2 innings of play. And Roddy hits one on the ground towards the shortstop. The shortstop dives, throws over to first in the dirt, and it gets past the glove of the first baseman, Matt Warkington. So safe at first is Joey Roddy. And they're going to mark that one down as an E6. And I don't know why that would be an E6, but I suppose it is.
I think the shortstop made an excellent play, and the throw was decent, and his first baseman couldn't help him out on a ball.
The ball. It's an E6. So they're giving the error to the shortstop. The only reason I say is because of how difficult the play he made in the 6th hole was. First pitch to Dylan Lottenville is fouled up and behind the plate over the netting. 0-1. So Joey Roddy is at first here with nobody out. The first base runner of the game for the Xenia Scouts here in the top of the third. Roddy leads from first. 0-1 to Lottenville. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the field umpire. Says no, he did not. The county brings up 1-1 strike. Dylan Lottenville from Bellevue, Washington. He has struggled, and that's kind of, to put it lightly, an 0.89 hitter on the year. 2 RBIs. He takes breaking ball right down the inside part of the plate. In there for a called strike 2. So 1-2 strikes to Dylan Lottenville. He hits from the right side against the righty Logan Heinzman. The 1-2 pitch. And curveball on the inside, throwback to try to get Joey Roddy. He's not going to get there. So that one in there for a called strike 3, apparently. The home plate umpire not making that very clear right off the bat. But apparently that ball caught the inside part of the plate, and Lottenville goes down his 19th strikeout of the year.
I thought that ball might have just missed, but Joey Roddy at first almost got picked off there. He didn't dive back, and because of it, the tag was really close on the chest.
So pickoff attempt again to try to get Roddy. Not in time here. Ange Bourgeois at the plate. Ange Bourgeois, the second baseman from Biola University, an NAIA program in the city of Los Angeles. He watches first pitch to him on the outside. Fastball low and away. 1 ball and no strikes with 1 away here in the top of the third. It's Bourgeois at the plate. Ben Beachy, the top hitter in the Scouts lineup, awaits on deck. The 1-0 to Bourgeois, and he hits that one in the air. Foul territory is going to go out of play. The count evens up, a ball and a strike. Bourgeois, going into last night's contest, had reached base safely in every game he had appeared in. But taking a 0-for-3 night last night as he could not get aboard, and unfortunately for him, the streak is over. Pickoff attempt again to try to get Roddy. Clearly, they're very worried about Joey Roddy's speed over there at first base. Roddy without a stolen base this year. Or am I wrong, Gabe?
He does not have a stolen base.
I'm just waiting for it. And that one lifted high in the air and deep to right field. The right fielder is going to come under it at the warning track and make the grab. Route number 2, like we said, folks, a very shallow right field here, sitting at about 320. And Ange Bourgeois got under that ball, but literally with his back against the wall, Will Vogelsong makes the catch for out number 2. Mark that down as an F9. And now 2 away for Ben Beachy. Beachy, we talk about home run power. He does have it. 1 home run on the year. He did go down on a ground out over to short his first time up. So Beach is 0 for 1 on the day. But coming into this game, a .323 hitter. He fouls first pitch down the third base line. 0-1 the count here with 2 away in the top of the third. Scoreless between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. The 0-1 to Beachy. And he fouls that one once again towards the Xenia dugout. Behind in this count, 0-2 is Ben Beachy. The Scouts still looking for their first hit of the ball game. They do have a base runner. That comes on a Joey Roddy reaching on an error on a ground out over to short. Beachy from Otterbein College in Westerville, Ohio. Hometown of Gabe Genovesi. 0-2 here with 2 away. Beachy bats from the right side against the righty. As time is called, Logan Heinzman was taking a long time, not liking the calls he was getting there from the catcher Hayden Singer. But now he looks. The 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. The 5th punch out of the day for Logan Heinzman. And that's going to be it for the Scouts in the top of the third. No runs on no hits. 1 error. 1 man left aboard for Xenia. We have reached the middle of the third. 0-0 is your score. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Leading off for the Steam, the right fielder from Miami University. Number 4.
The home half of the third to go here in Cincinnati. Scoreless between the Scouts and the Cincinnati Steam. Caleb Burnholz back out to the mound. He wiggled his way out of a little bit of trouble in the home half of the second. First pitch to Will Vogelsong. He bunts it foul right back down to the plate. 0-1 the count to Vogelsong. Vogelsang from Miami University, a .273 hitter on the year. 2 doubles, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Also a threat on the base paths. He has stolen 8 bases in 10 attempts. So Fernie looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. The pitch, curveball, just up missing on the outside. The count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. It's Vogelsong, the 9-hitter, and then back to 1 and 2 with Jace Mercer and Jake Bork for the team. The 1-1 pitch. And that one is flared into very shallow right. A diving Dylan Lottenville makes the grab. Dylan Lottenville tracks a lot of ground and lays all the way out. Makes the grab out number 1. And it comes in spectacular fashion. So Caleb Vernholtz gives him the tad bit of acknowledgement there as Lottenville saved what would have been the second hit off of Vernholtz so far. So now we are through the Cincinnati order once. And now back to the top with Jace Mercer. Mercer shows bunt, pulls back, fastball from Vernholtz in there for a call and strike 1. Mercer from the University of Cincinnati, a .288 hitter on the year, 9 RBIs. He has stolen 11 bases, however. A lot of speed on the base pass for the leadoff man. Curveball, 0-1 on the outside. The count evens up a ball and a strike. Mercer, his first time up, flew out to center. A 2-pitch out for Vernholtz. as Fernholz goes fastball upstairs and outside. But they're going to call it a strike there. So Fernie's ahead and count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away here in the top of the home half of the third as Fernie delivers way off the plate. The count's going to even up at 2-2. The batter, Jace Mercer, a native of Johns Creek, Georgia. Cousin Irvin Mercer played for the Milwaukee Brewers. 2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2. A lot of athleticism in the family. Father Jay played football and baseball at Morehouse College. This past year with the Bearcats, a .273 hitter was Jace Mercer. 3-2 pitch, and that one's a grounder over towards third. Joey Roddy can't hold on to the ball, and that one's going to roll over to short. Safe at first is Jace Mercer. And mark that one down as an error on the third baseman, Joey Roddy, the leadoff, or the fastest man and the leadoff hitter in the Cincinnati lineup. Jace Mercer is aboard, and I have heard Jace Mercer been called the human rain delay. At 5'10", 170 pounds, he is a threat to steal. 10 stolen bases with the University of Cincinnati. Is the throw over to first going to not get there in time? Mercer already has 11 stolen bases this season on 12 attempts. A speedy player out there on the base pass. Absolutely a threat here. And he's going to go. Throw to second is going to be in time. America runs on Duncan, but nobody runs on Chris Ackerman. And that is out number 2. Chris Ackerman becomes only the second catcher to throw out Jace Mercer so far this season. And that was a called pitch out there. Props to Corey Coobs on calling that one out number 2 here. And a big one. Curveball there from Fernholz finds the zone, evens up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike here with 2 away.
And that throw beat Mercer by a good 2 steps. He was just starting his dive when Bourgeois laid the tag down. Ackerman gunned him.
1-1 pitch ripped into center. The center fielder Owens comes under it and makes the grab for out number 3. So another time the Cincinnati Steam are retired in order. No runs on no hits, 1 error, nobody left aboard for Cincinnati in the home half of the third. We have played 3 innings of baseball, still no score between the Scouts and the Steam. Gabe Genovesi is going to bring you through the middle 3 on the play-by-play. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
That was good.
To the 4th we go here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. No score between the Cincinnati Steam and the Xenia Scouts as we head to the 4th inning. Jordan Lambert will lead it off here for the Scouts on the top of the 4th. He swings and chops the first pitch foul down the first baseline, 0-1.
Familiar sight there from Jordan Lambert, always attacking on that first pitch.
Lambert, the lefty. Heintzman still on the mound for the Steam. That curveball ripped down the first base line, but foul, 0-2. Heintzman, 3 innings of no-hit baseball thus far. The Scouts have had 1 runner on an error by the shortstop Given. Now they 0-2 to Lambert. Fastball swung high and deep to right field. That ball is gone. Jordan Lambert hits his first homer of the year, and the Scouts lead 1-0 here in the fourth.
And that's exactly what we were looking for from Jordan Lambert. Like we talked about, that short right field fence, or that short right field distance, tall fence, and Jordan Lambert got every single piece of that one, absolutely crushing it onto the football field that sits here behind the right field side of Max McClary Field. And his teammates coming out of the dugout to congratulate him. Jordan Lambert with his first bomb of the year, and we have seen the Scouts, after going, almost 10 games without hitting a home run, now 5 in these past 2 or 3 games.
Donald Ring now to the plate for the Scouts. He's 0 for 1 today. That fence out in right field, it's only 285 out to right as the first pitch to Ring is fouled off behind the plate, 0-1. But as you mentioned, it's about a 30-foot tall fence out there in right. You have to hit it over it here at Max McClary. That's exactly what Jordan Lambert did. Now the 0-1 to Ring. Low and inside, 1-1. Jordan Lambert in batting practice hit about 4 balls over that wall. And he was talking with all the lefties hit together in batting practice. He was talking with Caden Owens, Kyle Casserly, and they were all just saying, one of us has got to get one tonight. And Jordan Lambert was the first one to do it. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to Ring as he takes a curveball high.
Gotta say it, nobody no-hits the Scouts.
Ring now takes a fastball at the chin, 3-1. The first hit of the ball game for Xenia tonight, a solo home run by Jordan Lambert, and it's 1-0 Scouts here in the fourth. The 3-1 line drive, right field, base hit. It'll one-hop the wall. Ring will try to extend this for 2. He dives in, and he is safe. Donald Ring with a double as the right fielder Vogelsang struggled to pick it up in right field. So the Scouts, no hits through the first 3 innings, a home run and a double to start the fourth.
Yeah, looking good through the second time in this order against Logan Heintzman. Already with a 1-0 lead, a runner in scoring position now for another really hot bat in Chris Ackerman. Ackerman, we saw him with 5 RBIs, a home run, and a double yesterday against the Hamilton Joes. We'll see what he can do today as the Scouts are trying to have that big inning here in the top of the fourth.
Donald Ring on second after his third double of the year, The first pitch to Ackerman, a curveball. He swings through it, strike 1. Donald Ring didn't have an extra base hit 4 games ago. Now he has 3 doubles and a homer. Ackerman, the righty. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball low in the dirt. Ring takes off for third, and the catcher Singer lost it. Oh, he might have had a Ring gunned out, but as he went to throw it, it flew out of his hand, and Ring takes third.
And you see Donald Ring giving Bubba Cates a high five there, just kind of saying, man, we got there, because Ring would have been a sitting duck over there at third. He may have miscalculated how much time he had to get there, but luckily Singer bobbling the ball, and the Scouts with another run 90 feet away.
The 1-1 to Ackerman catches the outside edge, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Ackerman, 2 home runs in his past 3 games. He's been a hot hitter in the cleanup spot for the Scouts. The 1-2, curveball chopped toward third, but foul. Will do 1-2 all over again. A 1-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the top of the fourth off a solo shot from Jordan Lambert. Donald Ring stands on third after a double and a pass ball. The 1-2, low and away. Ackerman checked his swing. He did not go around, 2-2.
Good job there by Ackerman holding off, because he seemed like he wanted it there, but that ball way on the outside. Ack able to hold there.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on. Foul ball down the first baseline. Pardon me. 2-2 to Chris Ackerman. Ackerman, 308 hitter, 10 RBIs on the year. The 2-2 swung on, grounded towards short. Given picks it up. Ring will score. Ackerman has an RBI ground out, and it's 2-0 Scouts here in the fourth.
And I can't say it enough. Bubba Cates says it the best. If the only way you can bring a runner home is by putting a ball, getting a hit per se, then you're a chump. And Chris Ackerman and Donald Ring, those two especially these past couple of days, have shown that they are far from chumps. The last couple of days, The Scouts have been able to bring runners home even on ground downs and sacrifice flies. And you see the offensive numbers going up. You see the production going up. This lineup starting to be in a little bit more sync here about halfway through the season.
The first pitch to Kyle Casserly hit him on the foot, on the front foot. Cass limps for a few steps, now seems to be all right as he gets to first. Casserly hasn't been hit by a pitch all year. He gets hit on the front foot there. He's on for the first time today. He stands on first. Caden Owens at the plate, one down for the Scouts, leading 2-0 in the fourth.
And it looks like a little bit of a meeting at the mound there, Gabe. Probably just trying to calm down the pitcher, Logan Heinzman. Heinzman had been so dominant, so in control. 5 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, but it's been a rocky road so far. A home run, a double, a ground out that ends up scoring a run, now a hit by pitch. Still just 1 out in this inning. The Scouts already lead 2-0.
Caden Owens to the plate for Xenia. 0 for 1, he flew out to the center fielder Mercer back in the second inning. That fastball's way outside, 1-0. Owens, a .250 hitter, 8 for 32 on the year as he's been in and out of the lineup so far this year for the Scouts. Some forearm tightness, some wrist injuries for Owens as he takes a fastball outside, 2-0. Caden Owens, the center fielder tonight for the Scouts, normally plays right field. This is his 3rd game in center for Xenia this year as Francisco Andina, the everyday center fielder, getting a rest tonight for the Scouts. Owens pops that one up, shallow right field, about a step into the grass. The second baseman, Bork, makes the grab, 2 down here in the fourth.
And if you're Logan Heinzman, that's got to be a big sigh of relief, a big second out there. Nobody advances, and now Joey Roddy finds himself in a big spot trying to keep this inning going with 2 away.
Roddy reached on an error by the shortstop Given in the second inning. The first pitch to him, curveball at the knee, strike 1. Joey Roddy struggling to start the year. 6 for 50, a 120 batting average. Kyle Casserly on first for the Scouts. 2 down here in the top of the fourth, and they caught Cass. Casserly's caught in a rundown between second and first. He dives back to first, and he is safe. The ball bounces away from the catcher Singer, and Kyle Casserly, can't tell if he's hurt or he just has a bunch of dirt in his face.
Probably a combination of the two. He's got hands on it. He was a little bit banged up. There was some contact there between him and I believe it was the catcher covering first at that time. And he really, talk about a high-effort play. Kyle Casserly went Superman, full body extension, diving through the air, gets back there safely. So, the effort ends up paying off for Kyle Casserly, but the end result, you see him smiling over there at first. He is covered in dirt. Dry, dusty dirt infield here at Max McClary Field. And, sometimes you got to get a little dirt.
The pitch to Roddy, curveball, ground ball towards third. Holderbach fields it, fires across the diamond to first, and they just got Joey Roddy by about a half a step. So that'll do it. The Scouts here in the fourth. 2 runs on 2 hits, including the solo shot from Jordan Lambert. It's 2-0 Scouts as we head to the home half of the fourth. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the home half of the fourth inning we go here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Steam come to bat in the bottom of the fourth. Dallas Beaver will lead it off for Cincinnati, followed by Mike Moffitt and Matt Workington. The Xenia Scouts a 2-0 lead over the Steam as we head to the bottom half of the fourth. First pitch to Beaver, an off-speed pitch, strike one. Caleb Fernholtz still on the mound for the Scouts in his first game with the Scouts in this 2017 season. One of the 4 returners on the Xenia Scouts team. As he joins the Scouts, as Beaver takes the ball low and away. He joins the Scouts after being in the Northwoods League for a little bit to begin the summer. Fernholtz, the righty on the mound. The 1-1 pitch to Beaver. Curveball low and inside, 2-1. And Caleb Fernholtz, despite getting let go from the Northwood League, had a very good few games with the, sorry, I can't read my...
Mankato Moondogs.
Mankato Moondogs. I couldn't read my own handwriting there. Fastball to Dallas Beaver. Ground ball down the third baseline. Just foul. 2-2.
Close one. Hard hit ball down the line. Didn't know whether that was going to be a good one or not, but luckily for Caleb Fernholtz, it just breaks to the left of the third base bag. County was up 2-2.
With the Moondogs, a 1.03 ERA for Fernholtz in 4 appearances. 8 2/3 innings pitched. As the 2-2, is fouled down the first baseline. We'll stay at 2-2, and Dallas Beaver broke his bat on that one. He'll have to come exchange that. Fernholtz, only 1 run given up with the Moondogs in the Northwoods League. It was earned. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, and opponents only batted 156 against Fernholtz. Dallas Beaver at the plate for the Steam, a 2-2 count on him. Beaver, one of the most dangerous hitters in this Great Lakes League. 4th in the league in average at .397. Now the pitch. Line drive, base hit, right field. That one's going to get cut off by Lottenville. Beaver will hold up at first. He's got his first hit of goal. And in steps Mike Moffitt.
Yeah, just the second hit off of Fernholtz so far today. 4th base runner. Fernholtz also has issued 1 walk and 1 batter. Jace Mercer reaching on the air by the third baseman Joey Roddy, but kind of an expected result there. You figure that's going to happen at least once in the game. Dallas Beaver, the .380 hitter coming into the ball game. Yeah, he notches himself a base hit.
And now Mike Moffitt to the plate for the Steam. He takes a curveball at the knee, strike 1. Moffitt 1 for 1 today with a single back in the second inning. A .333 hitter. Now the 0-1 ball catches the outside corner, strike 2. Oh, Caleb Fernholtz might have caught a break there. That pitch looked a tad low, but he gets the strike call from the home plate umpire, Dave Blanchett. A 2-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 on, nobody down for the Steam. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Moffitt strikes out for the first time today. Caleb Fernholtz gets his 4th strikeout of the evening. And there's 1 down here in the fourth.
So now Caleb Fernholtz through just 3 1/3 innings pitched, halfway to his Northwoods League strikeout point with 8. Of course, Fernholtz only going 8 2/3. So that's actually right about on average there.
Matt Workington to the plate for the Steam. He takes a first pitch curveball, fouls it off, 0-1. Workington struck out his first time up in the second inning, and he was the second victim to Caleb Fernholtz. Workington new to this Cincinnati Steam team. He did not play against the Scouts the last time these 2 teams played. He's 10 for 27, make it 10 for 28 now on the year. The 0-1 slider in the dirt. It gets away from Ackerman. Beaver will take second. A wild pitch ruled to Caleb Fernholtz, and there's a duck on the pond with 1 down for Workington.
And now Fernholtz finds himself in a little bit of a precarious situation. Breaking ball in there, just takes a weird hop. Ackerman unable to handle it, and really no chance. Even Dallas Beaver, who doesn't have a ton of speed on the base path, is going to take his free 90 feet very easily there. So Fernholz now needs to make a big out here. A ball to strike the count.
Fernholz has only given up 2 hits tonight. 3 1/3 scoreless thus far. The 1-1 pitch to Workington. Line straight to Beachy. He does make the grab in the air. That was heading straight for the feet of Ben Beachy. I don't know if he kind of lost it in the sun maybe, but he barely makes that grab, and there's 2 down here in the 4th.
And that's about Ben Beachy there, losing the ball in the sun, like you said. And he about made the minimum amount of the catch that you could see. You could see that ball on the top of his glove. Almost half the ball was hanging out, but he holds on for long enough. Field umpire Mark Oppenheimer says that, yeah, that's enough for out number 2. So 2 away now, and Chris Given, the man to the plate.
Given shows bunt. He did go around on a ball low in a way, 0-1. Chris Given walked his first time up in the 2nd inning, got stranded at second base. A 2-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the bottom half of the 4th. Dallas Beaver on second. Chris Given at the plate for the Cincinnati Steam. The 0-1 pitch from Fernholz. Fastball at the chest, fouled off down the first base line, 0-2.
Fernie in a comfortable position here. Like you said, ahead in the count, 0-2. He's been doing that very effectively here. He ended the 1st and 2nd innings with punch-out. Let's see if Fernie can make it punch-out number 5 here against Chris Given, who's just a .167 hitter on the year.
Given also new to this Cincinnati Steam team. Now the curveball grounded toward Roddy at 3rd. He bobbles the ball, now fires across the diamond, and he is safe. Given is safe. They're going to give an error to Joey Roddy, not a hit. And Roddy continues to struggle at the hot corner.
It's been trouble at the hot corner no matter who's playing defensively. We've seen Aaron Tack make a number of mistakes over there. And now Joey Roddy with 2 already today. And if you're Caleb Fernholz, you should be out of this inning. And now instead of being able to retire easily Chris Given, the 167 hitter, it's Alex Holderbach, who's hitting over 300 on the year. And a much more, like it's obvious thing to say, but a much more dangerous hitter.
Runners on 1st and 2nd for Cincinnati. 2 down here in the bottom half of the 4th. The first pitch. Skied high, shallow left field. Lambert running in and makes the grab. So despite the error by Roddy, Caleb Fernholz gets out of the inning with a fly out to left. 1 hit for the Steam. They strand 2, but no runs, and the Scouts have a 2-0 lead heading to the 5th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the top of the 5th we go here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio, as Dylan Lottenville will lead it off for the Scouts here in the 5th. He takes the ball high and tight, 1-0. Now the pitch, Lottenville checks his swing on a curveball. He went around, 1-1.
And a tough one there for Lawtonville. Didn't go very far, but the field umpire, Mark Oppenheimer, saying yes, he did, as he fouls that one straight back into the plate. Lawtonville now behind in this count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
2-0 Xenia Scouts lead as we're here in the 5th inning. 2 runs back in the 4th for Xenia on a solo home run from Jordan Lambert. As the 1-2 pitch to Lawtonville was a curveball low and away, 2-2. Then a double from Donald Ring. He got to 3rd on a wild pitch. And an RBI ground out from Chris Ackerman scored Ring. So 2 runs on 2 hits for Xenia thus far in this game. No hits through the first 3 for the Scouts. The 2-2 to Lawtonville. Fastball high at the chin, 3-2. Caleb Fernholtz on the other end for the Scouts. Pitching 4 scoreless innings. Now the 3-2. Curveball just below the knees. Lawtonville walks for the 12th time this year. And the Scouts had their leadoff runner aboard here in the 5th.
Yeah, Dylan Lawtonville, who hasn't been able to get much going in terms of offensively putting balls in play. He has been robbed, as we've mentioned time and time again, an obscene amount of times. But he has been able to draw that walk, like you said. He's been able to get on base, and now it's 1 on and nobody out here. Ange Bourgeois to the plate.
Bourgeois 0 for 1 today, and now a line drive to left center field. This one hops the wall. Bourgeois heading to second. This will be a close play. He slides in safely. Lawtonville moves to third, and there's 2 on with nobody down for the Scouts here in the 5th.
And it almost seemed as if Bourgeois didn't realize how close of a play it was bound to be at second. Kind of lazily strolls in there, but only 397. But the weird dimensions here of the the city streets that cause Max McClary Field here in Cincinnati. It wasn't that long of a throw there for a strong arm in Jace Mercer. He almost gets him, but a good job there by Ange Bourgeois. His first hit of the day, just the 3rd for the Scouts overall, but now they have 2 on. 2 in scoring position, I should say. Lawtonville at 3rd, Bourgeois at 2nd, and back to the top of the order with Ben Beachy.
Beachy tonight, 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up in the 3rd inning as we have a mound visit by the catcher Singer, the pitching coach for this team, and the pitcher, Logan Heitzman. They're going to leave Logan Heitzman in the game. Ben Beachy to the plate, a 323 hitter for the Scouts. That is 2nd on this Xenia Scouts team, but first in lineup tonight is Ryan Park getting a much-needed day off. Ben Beachy leads this team in doubles with 7. The first pitch to him, curveball at the knee, strike 1. A 2-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the top of the 5th. Ange Bourgeois on 2nd, Dylan Lawtonville on 3rd. Ben Beachy at the plate for the Scouts. Logan Heitzman still on the mound for the team. The 0-1 pitch swung on, grounded foul down the 3rd baseline, and Beachy is down in the count 0-2 once again.
Now Beachy, his Achilles heel, he does strike out quite a bit, 16 strikeouts on the year. Let's see if he can fight back here behind 0-2.
Beachy the righty, Heitzman the righty as well. The 0-2 pitch swung on, line drive, base hit, center field. Lawtonville will score. Bourgeois is held up at 3rd. Ben Beachy has his 15th RBI of the year. That leads the Xenia Scouts team, and it is 3-0 Xenia here in the 5th.
Execution is the word, and we've seen Ben Beachy execute in that leadoff spot all season long. We've talked about the way that Bubba Cates has been able to do kind of a double leadoff role, always have that 9-hitter get on base. Sometimes it's Francisco Andina. This time it's Ange Bourgeois, and 1 run comes home as first pitch to Jordan Lambert, low and away here with runners at the corners.
Count 1-0 to Lambert. His last time up, the solo bomb to right field. Ben Beachy on 1st, Ange Bourgeois on 3rd. Nobody down here for the Scouts in the 5th. Now the pitch to Lambert. Line drive, and that is caught by the right fielder Vogelsang, and they doubled Beachy up. Bourgeois heading for the plate, and he is out. A triple play for the Cincinnati Steam. And Ange Bourgeois still talking to the home plate umpire about the call. Jordan Lambert really yelling at the home plate umpire as it looked like Ange Bourgeois was in there safely.
Oh, indeed.
But they're obviously not going to change the call. No appeal to the home to the field umpire, and the Steam have a triple play to end this 5th inning.
An F7 to 3-2 triple play. And folks, in the game of baseball, you see something new every day. It's the second triple play in the history of Cincinnati Steam we hear now. And that's going to be it for the Scouts in the top of the 5th.
The Scouts do get a run. They lead 3-0 as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the bottom of the 5th we go here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. A gorgeous night here in Cincinnati. A 3-0 lead for the Xenia Scouts here on the road at the Cincinnati Steam. Hayden Singer leads it off for the Steam here in the 5th. He takes a ball just below the knees, 1-0. Caleb Fernholt still on the mound for the Scouts, 4 scoreless innings. Thus far, he's only given up 2 hits. Now the 1-0. Curveball high and tight, 2-0 to Hayden Singer. The Scouts, 2 runs in the 4th on a solo home run from Jordan Lambert, and then a double by Donald Ring. He moved to 3rd on a wild pitch, and then an RBI ground out from Chris Ackerman as the 2-0 is swung on and missed by Singer, 2-1. And then in the 5th, the Scouts get a run on an RBI single by Ben Beachy. They had runners on the corners with nobody down. Jordan Lambert flew out to right. The Steam doubled Ben Beachy off at first, and then the throw to the plate to get Ange Bourgeois, a triple play to end the inning. And now Singer bloops one into center, base hit. He's on with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Will Vogelsang for the Steam. So in what looked like it could be another big inning for the Xenia Scouts, already scoring a run, going up 3-0, then having runners on the corners with nobody down in your top of the lineup up, while Jordan Lambert being the number 2 there. And a huge triple play by the Cincinnati Steam get them out of the inning. Now the first pitch to Vogelsang. Fastball catches the outside corner, 0-1. Vogelsang flew out to right his first time up on a heck of a sliding catch from Dylan Lottenville in right field. Now the 0-1 to Will Vogelsang. Curveball chopped back toward Fernholtz. He'll go to 2 with it. Over to first, double play. The Scouts turn 2 here in the 5th. A huge 1-6-3 double play that Caleb Fernholtz actually started. He needed it badly. And there's 2 down with nobody on here for the Steam here in the 5th. A nice job by Caleb Fernholtz to field his position. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jace Mercer. Mercer has reached once today on an error by the third baseman, Roddy. He's 0 for 1 with that error. He takes a fastball high, 1-0. Mercer, a .288 hitter on the year, 9 RBIs, a couple extra base hits. The curveball drops in at the knees, 1-1. The 1-1, fastball high and away, 2 balls and 1 strike to Jace Mercer. Mercer, one of the fastest guys in this league, leads the league in stolen bases with 11. However, he was thrown out by Ackerman his last time on base. This time, grab ball up the middle. Beachy makes the play, the throw to first, and Mercer is safe. Oh, that was a close play. Mercer beats out the infield single. Caleb Fernholtz was almost off the field. He thought Mercer was out, but he reaches on a 2-out infield single here in the 5th. And Mercer caught stealing his last time on the base pass. I'll be curious to see if he goes again right here. And Jake Bork comes to the plate for the Steam. Bork 0 for 2 today. He flew out to right field his first time up. A line out to the center fielder Owens his second time up. Now a ground ball toward the hole in short, just past the glove of Beachy. He's able to keep it in front of him as it just trickled away. Another infield single for a Cincinnati Steam player. And there's 2 on with 2 out here in the 5th.
And now you find yourself in a little bit of a dangerous spot. The tying run comes to the plate, and it is a dangerous guy here. Dallas Beaver, he already has 1 hit tonight, 380 on the year. And with a hit here, the Scouts can, the Steam and tack in, get a run across as Corey Coobs is going to come out to the mound and have a word with Caleb Fernholtz and Chris Ackerman.
And Coobs likes to come out to the mound, just calm down his pitchers. Caden Owens talking about how one time Coobs just went out there, told a joke, and left. Was out there for about 5-10 seconds and took off, just trying to calm Owens down, and it worked. Owens says he got out of the inning. And now the Cincinnati Steam threatening here in the 5th. Jace Mercer on second, Jake Bork on first after 2 straight infield singles, both with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Dallas Beaver for the Steam. A 3-0 Xenia Scouts lead here in the home half of the 5th inning. Dallas Beaver, 1 for 2 today with a single his last time up in the 4th. One of the most dangerous hitters in the whole league.
Yeah, the entire league, I would say.
4th in the league in batting average. Tied for 3rd in the league in hits as he takes a curveball low and inside, ball 1. Beaver struck out his first time up in the 1st inning, so Fernholtz got the best of him there. Beaver got a little bit of revenge with a single in the 4th. Now the 1-0. Fastball, foul ball behind the plate, 1-1.
Fernholtz now 80 pitches deep into this ball game. Here trying to close the door on his 5th inning of work, and it'll be interesting to see when the Scouts start getting someone going in the bullpen.
The 1-1 pitch, off-speed pitch, low and away, 2-1. And Coach Corey Coobs knows you have to be very careful to a hitter like Dallas Beaver. As Fernholtz trying to paint the corners here, not giving Beaver anything to hit over the middle of the plate. The 2-1 pitch from Fernholtz, curveball fouled off back toward the Steam dugout. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dallas Beaver.
It'll be interesting to see what Corey Coobs comes up with here. Once the pitch, you don't want to give anything to Dallas Beaver that he wouldn't want to give him anything chest high. I'll say that. Lefty-righty matchup here especially favors the hitter, Dallas Beaver.
Dallas Beaver, despite being a lefty, Caden Owens out in center, shading toward left field as the curveball misses low and inside, 3-2. Talking to Owens before the game, he said, with the wall being how it is out in right center field, not really any deep gap out there to right center. He's going to shade more toward the left fielder Lambert because he feels like he has more ground to cover over there, and he can get to right center easier. The payoff pitch to Beaver. Fastball, ground ball toward Bourgeois at second. Fielded cleanly onto Casterly. That'll do it for the Steam here in the 5th. Caleb Fernholtz gets out of the inning once again. 5 scoreless by Fernholtz. And we'll go to the 6th with a 3-0 Xenia Scouts lead. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the top of the sixth we go here at Max McClary Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. A 3-0 lead for the Xenia Scouts on the road here at the Cincinnati team. And a new pitcher in the game for this team, it'll be Clayton Colvin.
And Clayton Colvin, Gabe, he has pitched 11 2/3 innings, allowing 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Good for a 3.85 ERA. He has struck out 8, walking 7, a record of 2-0 for the righty from the University of Cincinnati.
Donald Ring will lead it off here for the Scouts in the sixth, followed by Chris Ackerman and Kyle Casserly, the 3-4-5 hitters for the Scouts. As Ring takes a fastball high and away, ball 1. Logan Heintzman, final line, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits given up, 3 runs, all of them earned, a walk and 5 strikeouts as Ring fouls one off down the first baseline, 1-1. Heintzman, who had a 2.75 ERA coming into this game, was 1-0. Not in line for the win tonight as Ring takes a curveball on the outside corner, 1-2. Donald Ring, 1 for 2 with a double today. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, swung on and missed in the dirt. The catcher Singer throws over to first, 1 down.
So Clayton Colvin comes in with a bang, a strikeout swinging to get Donald Ring. Ring's first time going down swinging today. And now it's a couple of guys who have gone down swinging already up in the lineup to up Chris Ackerman and Kyle Casserly.
Ackerman, 0 for 2 today with the strikeout in the second inning. A ground out to short in the fourth. As the first pitch to him, a swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-1. Ackerman, despite the ground out to short, did get an RBI on the ground out. That was his 11th RBI of the year. The 0-1 pitch, curveball at the knee, strike 2. So Clayton Colvin comes in really hitting the strike zone early. The 0-2 to Chris Ackerman. Fastball high and tight, 1-2.
Chin music there from Clayton Colvin. Ackerman having to kind of duck out of the way, avoid getting hit there.
Now the 1-2 pitch, curveball, just misses off the outside corner, 2-2. Ackerman has been powerful in the Xenia Scouts lineup as of late. 2 home runs the past 3 games as he swings through a fastball in the dirt. The throw down to first once again gets Ackerman 2 straight strikeouts to start Clayton Colvin's day.
Ackerman not going to be happy with himself there. That ball in the dirt, Ackerman was completely fooled. But like you said, Gabe, a hot start here for Clayton Colvin. 2 batters faced, as many punch-outs to show for it.
And that'll bring up Kyle Casserly for the Scouts. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Got hit by a pitch on the front foot back in the 4th inning. Now the curveball in there at the knee, strike 1. Casserly, the redshirt junior from Wright State. The 0-1 pitch, fastball swung on and missed on the outside, 0-2. Clayton Colvin working very quickly here in the 6th. The 0-2 pitch, fastball misses outside, 1-2.
And like I said, Gabe, earlier, 8 strikeouts in 11 2/3 coming into this game. So I don't know what it is about the Scouts with punching out when they see a new hitter.
The 0-2 curveball grounded towards second, and Casserly is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Clayton Colvin here in the 6th. The Scouts go down 1-2-3 for the 3rd time today. But Xenia leads the team 3-0 as we head to the home half of the 6th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
the left fielder, number 28, Mike Muffin.
Caleb Fernholtz back out for his 6th inning of work for the Xenia Scouts tonight. Mike Moffitt leads it off for the Steam. He swings at a curveball, strike one. A 3-0 Xenia Scouts lead as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Caleb Fernholtz, 5 scoreless inning. He's given up 5 hits so far today. That curveball misses outside, 1-1. Mike Moffitt, 1 for 2 today. He struck out his last time up in the 4th victim of Fernholtz. He singled back in the 2nd. This time he fouls a fastball back behind the plate. 1-2.
We have Fernholtz right now at 87 pitches deep.
Caleb Fernholtz only threw 8 2/3 innings in the Northwoods League. He had 4 appearances, all in relief. We've already mentioned his numbers. Only gave up 1 earned run in those 8 2/3. The 1-2 pitch, curveball swung on and missed. Caleb Fernholtz gets his 5th strikeout of the evening, and there's 1 down here in the 6th.
And even really deep into this game, Caleb Fernholtz is showing that he can continue to do things the way that he does it. Not a hard thrower. It's pitch selection. It's mixing things up. Fastball, curveball, off speed, throwing guys off, and that's how he gets his 5th punch out of the day.
Matt Workington steps to the plate for the Steam. 0 for 2 today. The first pitch to him inside, ball 1. Workington struck out back in the 2nd inning, lined out to Ben Beachy back in the 4th. A really hard hit ball that Beachy just got before it hopped on the ground. The curveball now skied high into shallow right field. Lawtonville coming on. He'll call off Bourgeois and make the grab as Lawtonville just kind of runs into Bourgeois there. Ange Bourgeois was right under it the whole time, but Lawtonville, having the better angle on it, coming in on it, was trying to call him off. Bourgeois never moved and just kind of got pushed to the ground by Lawtonville there.
Down goes Frazier, as they say, but all is well that ends well, Gabe. Mark it down as an F9 and not an F4, and 90 pitches into this game. Caleb Fernholtz 1 pitch away here, or 1 out away here from 6 innings of scoreless baseball.
Chris Given to the plate. He shows bunt, pulls back, but takes a strike on the outside corner. Given reached on a walk in the 2nd inning, reached on an error by Joey Roddy at 3rd in the 4th inning. The 0-1 pitch, Fernholtz. A curveball in there to Given. Strike 2. Chris Given, only 3 for 18 on the year coming into this game. Fernholtz now 1 pitch away from getting out of the 6th. Another scoreless inning. 3-0, the Xenia Scouts lead. The pitch. Fastball lined into right field. Lawtonville going back, and he can't get there. It one hops the wall. Given will head for 2 and slide in safely. Chris Given, a 2-out double here in the 6th. And that'll bring up Alex Holderbach.
And that ball just a little too much for Lawtonville to handle. He was diving at the warning track, and actually a single turns into a double there because as Lawtonville dives, he hits the ground, unable to get up. If that ball had just simply dropped in front of him, probably just a single, as Lawtonville would have been able to relay the ball over to second quicker. Given would have really not been likely to take the chance there, but instead a double and a runner in scoring position here with 2 away for Alex Holderbach.
Holderbach 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him. Curveball at the knee, strike 1. Alex Holderbach flew out Tyson Bourgeois in the 2nd inning. He flew out to the left fielder Jordan Lambert in the 4th. Fernholtz sets and deals. The 0-1. Curveball low. It gets away from Ackerman. Ackerman will not make the throw to 3rd. As Chris Given awkwardly dives into 3rd base.
He's wincing over there in pain, but he's up.
Wasn't sure whether to dive or not. Kind of just went down on his knees hard. Either way, he takes 3rd. So the past 2 innings, we've seen Caleb Fernholtz get 2 quick outs and then struggle with 2 outs. In the 5th, he got a double play ball, and then he gave up 2 infield singles. And now he gets the first 2 outs of this inning and gives up the double to Given. This one line torn right. Lawtonville coming on, makes the grab. Caleb Fernholtz, pitches another scoreless inning. We're through 6. The Scouts lead 3-0. Andrew Alix will have the play-by-play the rest of the way. Xenia leads by 3 heading to the 7th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
We are in inning number 7 of baseball here from the Queen City. Andrew Alix alongside Gabe Genovesi, your Scouts, lead the first place Cincinnati team by a score of 3-0. It'll be Caden Owens, Joey Roddy, and Dylan Lottenville to the plate for the Scouts here in the top of the 7th. First pitch from Clayton Colvin to Caden Owens. Curveball finds the zone, a called strike 1. Caden on the day, he is 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts, 1 to center and 1 over to second base. 0-1 the count now. He bats from the left side against the righty Colvin. And big swing and a miss there. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Clayton Colvin came in for the Steam in the 6th, striking out 2 of 3 in a 1-2-3 inning. Sending the Scouts down in order. 0-2. Here it comes. And that one fouled straight back down into the batter's box. We're going to stay at 0-2. Owens came into the game, a .250 hitter, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs for the center fielder from Jenks, Oklahoma. He awaits 0-2 here again. And that one is driven into center field, and that one is going to be caught by a diving center fielder, Jace Mercer. He makes the catch at his knees for out number 1, a highway robbery out there in center field. Out number 1, and Caden Owens now 0 for 3 on the day.
And that's a shame because he rocketed that ball out to center field. Mercer being so fast, playing in a little bit in center field and came on, got a good jump on the ball, and made the play.
First pitch is Joey Roddy, high heat, swung on and missed, 0-1 the count. Roddy is 0 for 2 on the day. He has reached on an error and grounded out to third. The 0-1 pitch to him, fastball in the dirt on the outside. The catcher Singer not going to be able to catch it, but nobody on, so it doesn't matter. All it does is even up the count, a ball and a strike here with 1 away in the top of the 7th. The Buckeye watches fastball upstairs, 2 balls and a strike to count. Joey Roddy, the native of Boston, Massachusetts, plays his ball with the Ohio State University. 2-1 pitch, fastball right down the pipe. A called strike 2 evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Roddy bats from the right side against the righty Clayton Colvin, the 2-2 pitch. And that one just fouled back. We're going to stay at 2-2. Roddy playing third base tonight, and let's be honest, it's been kind of a struggle for Joey. A couple of errors in the field already tonight. The 2-2 pitch, and that one in there for a called strike 3. Joey Roddy goes down looking the third, punch out for Clayton Colvin, and 2 up, 2 down for the Scouts as Dylan Lottenville heads to the plate.
And a good pitch from Clayton Colvin there in the outside corner. He's on fire here. 3 strikeouts and 5 batters. He's retired all 5 Scouts.
So now Dylan Lawtonville to the plate. First pitch, fastball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes to Lawtonville. Lawtonville's 0 for 1 on the day. Went down looking his first time up. Drew a walk. Ended up coming around to score on a Ben Beachy RBI single. This was 1 inning ago. So 2 balls and no strikes to Lawtonville as he watches on the outside yet again. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Colvin delivers. And Lottie hits that one high in the air. Center field, left center field. The left fielder, Moffitt's going to call off the center fielder and make the grab for out number 3. So the Scouts go down in order for the 2nd inning in a row. No runs, no hits, nobody left aboard for Xenia. It's the 7th inning stretch here. The Scouts lead the Steam by a score of 3-0. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the bottom of the 7th inning, Andrew Alix, Gabe Genovesi, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Scouts as they lead by a score of 3-0. It's going to be Kyle Bruner as Bubba Cates continues to send members of his 2016 championship team to the mound. Kyle Bruner from Grace College has not appeared in a game yet this season after experiencing bicep tendonitis. And Bruner now out there talking to Chris Ackerman as he is about to face the 8, 9, and 1 spots in the Cincinnati Steam order. We're going to start off with Hayden Singer. Bruner last year in 20 innings, a 2.78 ERA for the righty from Grace College. So now Hayden Singer is going to step in. Hayden, 1 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a single. First pitch from Kyle Bruner. Curveball on the inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The final line for Caleb Fernholz. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, no runs allowed, 1 walk, 5 punch-outs for the righty from Wisconsin. 1-0 pitch comes outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Hayden Singer.
And Bruner has just missed with these first 2 pitches. He doesn't look too out of control, just off the outside corner there and the inside corner the first time.
The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The count moves 2-1. Singer from Miami of Ohio. Of course, the alma mater of Ben Roethlisberger, Paul Ryan. It's 2-1. Fastball just catches out the outside part of the plate, taken all the way there by Singer. Evens up the count 2-2. Another Miami of Ohio alumni, former pro basketball player Wally Zerbiak. The 2-2 pitch now. And that one's hit in the air, right field, going back, Dylan Lawtonville, and that one is just going to go foul. And if you're Kyle Bruner, all you can do is breathe a sigh of relief there as that ball was pounded to the right field side.
And Lottenville is playing way over toward the 320 sign in right center. If that ball lands in the corner fair, that's an easy triple for Singer.
But all it is a long foul ball. So the count's going to stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Kyle Bruner looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. He delivers. And that one plunks Hayden Singer on the outside shoulder. A hit by pitch. And the leadoff man aboard here for the Cincinnati Steam.
And on a 2-2 count, a 2-2 count like that, that's a tough one to take for Kyle Bruner. Hopefully he can bounce back versus the 9-hole hitter in Vogelson, who grounded out into a double play his last time up.
Well, let's hope he can do it again. First pitched, waved at and missed. 0-1 the count to Vogel's gang. He bats from the right side here against the righty Kyle Bruner.
And the changeup and the fastball are working for Bruner. The curveball has come way inside on these right-handed batters both times.
0-1. Fouled out of play. First base side. Bruner's ahead in this count, 0-2. Vogel's gang, like Gabe said, his last time to the plate, grounded into a 1-6-3 double play. 0-2 on the day. A fly out to right his first time up. A 273 hitter coming into the contest. 0-2 here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the curveball. Will Vogel's gang goes down swinging. And the first out of the season for Kyle Bruner.
And pitching coach Corey Coobs trusting the curveball of Kyle Bruner despite him missing with it the first 2 times. Huge confidence in the returner of the Scouts this season.
So now it's back to the top of the Cincinnati order with Jake Mercer. 1 on, 1 out here. Mercer takes first pitch in there for a called strike. Jace is 1 for 3 on the day. He did reach on an error, tried to swipe a bag, but for the second time in 13 attempts, he was thrown out. Nobody runs on Chris Ackerman. The 0-1, curveball outside. The count evens up a ball and a strike here. Mercer from the University of Cincinnati. Just down the road, the native of the great state of Georgia. The 1-1. That one bouncing in the dirt. Good job there by Chris Ackerman, staying in front of it, preventing it from going to the backstop and allowing Hayden Singer to take the free 90 feet and take the double play ball off.
And again, those 2 curveballs just missing for Bruner. So he hit his spot when it mattered and got the strikeout, but struggling with it now.
The 2-1 pitch. Foul, the right back at the Cincinnati dugout. A rocket. Evens up the count 2-2. Chase Mercer. He tied the American Athletic Conference record with 6 RBIs in 1 game in the season finale against Memphis. So a record holder here, the only catch. The American Athletic Conference, not that old. The 2-2 pitch, and that one's grounded right side into right field. It just finds the gap past the second baseman, Ange Bourgeois. Jace Mercer is aboard with his second single of the day, and Kyle Bruner finds himself in a little bit of trouble here. 2 on, 1 out, and the most dangerous hitters, the 2, 3, 4 spots in the Cincinnati Steam order are due up.
And that's why I say a lot of trouble here for Kyle Bruner. Jake Bork, a 324 hitter. Beaver follows him, 380. Moffitt follows him, 333. Workington follows him, 370. The middle of the lineup for the Steam is the most dangerous in the league.
So now it's Jake Bork to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch from Bruner. Curveball inside. And once again, that curveball just getting away from him. It's missing on the inside to people who hit from the right side. So 1-0 the count. Bork, a 324 hitter on the year. The 1-0. Fastball hit right side. Ange Bourgeois slides, throws over to first in time. Out number 2. Ange Bourgeois on a very hard hit ground ball to second. Backhands it, hits the dirt, spins, throws over to first in time. It's now 2 away, but both runners advancing 90 feet, and with 2 away and the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, Dallas Beaver to the plate. Anything in the gap is going to score 2.
Bourgeois probably saved a run there. as Hayden Singer on second would have scored on the slow ground ball. If Bourgeois doesn't get to that, that ball just trickles into right field. And Lawtonville, with the short right field fence, is playing almost back about 10 feet short of the warning track. So that would have scored a run. A great play by Ange Bourgeois. But as you mentioned, the most dangerous hitter in the lineup, top 5 in the league, up with 2 in scoring position.
So now it's the night of the University of Central Florida. Dallas Beaver, first pitch. A low fastball from Kyle Bruner, waving and missing his Dallas Beaver. The count 0-1. 2 away here. It's Jace Mercer at second, Hayden Singer at third. The Scouts trying to hold their 3-0 lead with the relief pitcher Kyle Bruner to the mound for his first game of the 2017 campaign. Time is called as Bruner was taking a long time to get set. Beaver bats from the left side, a .380 hitter on the year, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch, fastball off the plate, evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. When you talk about the University of Central Florida and what's the connection to the Midwest region, the Great Lakes region, well, it's former Wright State coach Greg Lovelady coaching the Central Florida Knights down there. 1-1 pitch, curveball, just off the plate. The count moves 2-1.
And that's 2 pitches in a row now that have been very close to that outside part of the plate. The home plate umpire, Dave Blanchett, not giving it to Bruner. And this is trouble now. Dallas Beaver ahead of the count.
2 balls and a strike to Dallas Beaver. The pitch, curveball way on the outside. He continues to miss to the right side. And now a very favorable 3-1 count to the most dangerous hitter in this lineup, Dallas Beaver. Bruner looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. Here's the pitch. And that one comes on the inside, ball 4. And it gets away from the catcher, Chris Ackerman. Coming home to score on the wild pitch is Hayden Singer. And the first run of the game for the Cincinnati Steam. It's runners at the corners now with 2 away. And a 3-1 lead now for the Scouts.
And if you're Kyle Bruner, you cannot let that get to you. Settle down, take a deep breath. You need to get this out here. A base hit here makes it a 3-2 game. And against the middle of this lineup, it could spiral real fast.
Will be interesting to see if the Scouts get anything going. But it's Mike Moffitt to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day, a single, and a couple of strikeouts. All of those, of course, at the hands of Caleb Fernholz. First pitch curveball on the outside, ball 1. Moffitt from the University of Northern Kentucky came into the game batting .333 at 1 for 3 on the day. His average will sit right there. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Runners at the corners and 2 out. Foul right back at the Cincinnati out. The count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. How did we get here, folks? Well, Hayden Singer was hit by a pitch. Bruner then struck out Will Vogelsang, allowed a single to Jace Mercer. Jake Bork grounded out to second. Both runners advanced. And then Dallas Beaver walks, with the 4th pitch being a wild one, bringing home the first run to score from third. 1-1 pitch, fastball off the plate, big swing and a miss. And Bruner's ahead in this count 1-2.
And once again, hitting the corners with the fastball, and that one might have been a changeup. We'll see what he comes back with here.
1 ball and 2 strikes, but 2 away here. Runners at the corners. The pitch. Big curveball comes on the inside yet again, and Kyle Bruner is missing that curveball almost to the same spot every time, Gabe.
Every time. It crosses a little high. I thought that one might have been in there, but it just missed again.
2 balls, 2 strikes now with 2 away. Here's the pitch, and that one's hit high in the air, foul territory, right field side. First baseman Kyle Casserly is going to watch it fly out of play. We're going to stay at 2-2. Moffitt has been working Kyle Bruner. Bruner, who has just been itching to get back into this rotation, has been doing odd jobs, helping out in the press box, just doing whatever he can. A high-energy guy, has shown his frustration, of course, being on the shelf, but an opportunity for a big out right here. Curveball is hit foul. down the third base line, and that one caught chalk on the line, but then just bounced to the left before it got to the bag. That could have been trouble.
And a good job by Mike Moffitt to hang in there, as Bruner's curveball that time was just sinking in the zone.
2-2 still with 2 away. Here it is. Fouled straight back. Mike Moffitt continues to work this count against Kyle Bruner. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat. The Scouts have won 3 of their last 5 contests. 7 of the past 11. And that ball is hit on the ground. Shortstop gets past the glove of Ben Beachy. 1 run comes home to score. An RBI single from Mike Moffitt. And the Scout lead is cut to just 1.
And this is the inning that the Cincinnati Steam have been looking for. They get a runner on with the hit by pitch. They get a couple hits. Help from Bruner with the wild pitch. But we'll see what Coach Corey Coobs decides to do here.
Coobs heading out to the mound to have a word with Bruner. It was almost. He's been so close. Had 2 strikes in the count to both Mike Moffitt and Dallas Beaver, as well as the leadoff man Hayden Singer, but it's just been putting man on base. And the pitching coach Corey Coobs goes out to the mound, has a word with Bruner. Everyone's going to go back. Not much there, and wouldn't be surprised for the Scouts, regardless of if Bruner gives up a hit here to try to stop the bleeding, or even otherwise, the former 2016 Great Lakes League All-Star Jorge Lozano probably going to get going in the bullpen. 3-2 now the score in favor of Xenia here in the home half of the 7th. 2 away, runners at first and second. First pitch, that one a curveball, low and away. Ball number 1, the batter is Matt Warkentin. Warkentin 0 for 3 on the day, but a 370 hit coming into the contest.
I obviously don't have the exact numbers, but I'm going to guess those curveballs from Bruner, it's about 8 balls, 1 strike. He's been missing with that pitch today.
1-0. Curveball that time swung on and missed. Evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. But like you said, that might be only the second time that Bruner's gotten the strike with the curveball. The first time being when he got Will Vogelsgang to strike out swinging.
Yep.
That was just, that was now 5 batters ago. A ball and a strike now with 2 outs. Bruner looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. The sun coming down here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Curveball again, swing and a miss. And Kyle Bruner not throwing great curveballs there. Is that one bouncing in the dirt about 2 or 3 feet in front of the plate? But Matt Warkentin just going fishing there. And now Bruner with some wiggle room here ahead of this count 1-2.
And sometimes it depends on the batter you're facing. Warkentin has chased the curveball.
You got to wonder, maybe Corey Coobs might have had something to say about this during that meeting at the mound. 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike 3. He got him. Kyle Bruner goes curveball one more time and sits down Matt Warkentin. 2 runs on 3 hits, but 2 men left aboard. The Scouts and the Steam have played 7 innings of baseball here in the Queen City. Xenia leads by a score of 3-2. A thriller on a beautiful Saturday night in the state of Ohio. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Well, the home plate umpire, Dave Blanchett, and Matt Workington had a little bit to say to each other, and as a result, after that called strike three, Matt Workington is out of the game. A man who struck out to end the inning. So we'll get his replacement in a second, but also a new pitcher for the Cincinnati team. It's Hunter Dunn. Hunter Dunn, an 8.1 ERA in 10 innings pitched. He allowed 9 earned runs. He struck out 9, walked just 3, an 0-1 record to show for it. So he will face Ange Bourgeois. And then back to the top of the order with Ben Beachy and Jordan Lambert for the Scouts here in the top of the 8th. First pitch, fastball. That one finds the zone. And the first thing we can see from Hunter Dunn is that he is throwing gas. And the 0-1 showing bunt, but pulling back there is Ange Bourgeois. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bourgeois is 1 for 2 on the day. A double his last time out. That was back in the 5th inning. The Scouts have been held hitless over the last 2 innings of play, though. And Ange hits that one, a chopper back to the mound. The pitcher, Dunn, takes it, shovels it over to first in time. Mark it down as a 1-3, and the Scouts 1 away here and back to the top of the order. So now back to the top of the order, and Ben Beachy. Beachy, he's 1 for 3 on the day. His last time up, a big one, an RBI single. That brought run number 3 home in this ballgame. That was back in the 5th. First pitch to Beach. That one, some chin music high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Ben Beachy. Beachy picking up his team high 15th RBI of the year in this game. And he hits one in the air, center field. Going back, the center fielder, Jace Mercer. He slows up, comes under it, makes the grab. Out number 2. So a quick 2 outs here for Hunter Dunn. Now Jordan Lambert coming to the plate. Lambert, a .290 hitter on the year, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs, a home run today. What a weird day if you're Jordan Lambert. First time to the plate a strikeout, second time a solo home run as he hits one in the gap center field, a base hit. So Jordan Lambert aboard with his second hit of the day. So before I can even fully explain his day, it's now strikeout, home run, triple play, and now a single here in the 8th and 1 on for Donald Ring.
And you're not going to believe what Jordan Lambert told me before the game.
They promised you 2 hits today.
He told me he was going to get 2.
Well,
he said, I'm feeling 2 today. I'm feeling pretty good, but not as good as yesterday.
Jordan Lambert, man, that man has got, maybe he's got like one of those Aladdin-style genies or something. Who knows? 1 on and 2 outs here for Donald Ring. First pitch curveball, the Ring finds the zone. A called strike 1.
And the substitutions after the ejection, Brian Guck moves to third base, and Alex Holderbach, who was the third baseman, moves to first.
So that, of course, a result of the ejection, a call that he did not like on the called third strike. 0-1 to Donald Ring. That one finding the outside part of the plate, and Donald Ring quickly behind in this count, 0-2. Ring hits from the left side against the righty. The 0-2 pitch coming now. And that one, fastball inside part of the plate, a called strike 3. Donald Ring goes down looking. The Scouts muster up 1 hit, but nothing to show for it. No runs on 1 hit, and 1 man left aboard for Xenia in the top of the 8th. We are in the middle of the 8th inning. Xenia leads Cincinnati by a score of 3-2. A thriller here in the Queen City. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go, a new pitcher. And for the Xenia Scouts, none other than Jorge Lozano. Lozano, the 6'1 righty from Wright State University, the native of the Dominican Republic, comes in after having been injured with a right arm injury for the past couple of weeks. Jorge with the Wright State Raiders, a 3.38 ERA in 13 and a third innings pitched, all in relief. He allowed 5 earned runs, all of those 5 earned runs coming in one game against the University of Kentucky. Lozano struck out 12, walked 9 over that period of time. Lozano, of course, an all-star in the 2016 season with the Scouts. In 2016, a 2.26 ERA, 5-0 record in 51 and 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.92 batting average against. First pitch for Lozano, fastball upstairs. Showing bunt there is Chris Given, but pulls back in time. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Given is 1 for 2 on the day, has been on base all 3 times. A walk, reached down an error, and then doubled. So fastball again from Jorge, upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes the count. Lozano, the righty, against Chris Given here. Given the shortstop from the Xavier bats from the right side against Lozano. 2-0 now. That one fouled straight back, and if you look at Lozano, especially coming off an inning from Kyle Bruner, the one big difference, you can tell Lozano throwing significantly harder than Kyle Bruner and Caleb Fernald.
Definitely a difference in velocity with Lozano. Hopefully one of these steam hitters doesn't jump on a fastball down the middle.
Negative attitude, Gabe. 2-1 pitch. Curveball does find the zone. A called strike 2. It's Given, Holderbach, and Hayden Singer due up for the Steam here in the home half of the 8th.
And a great curveball there from Lozano. Just caught the knees. Didn't break till it was about 2/3 of the way there.
The 2-2 pitch. And curveball comes up and in at the chin. The count was full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Chris Given versus Jorge Lozano. A 3-2 Scouts lead. Lozano trying to hold the slim margin. And fastball on 3-2 fouled out of play, first base side. We're going to stay at 3-2. Lozano, fastball, curveball, change-up, slider. Caden Owens in center. Shaded just a little bit towards left field. The 3-2 pitch, and that one comes way inside ball 4. The tying run is aboard for the Cincinnati Steam, and for Lozano, some good things and some bad things. Just a little bit of struggle with control, Gabe.
And let's see how he bounces back here against Holderbach, who is 0 for 3 today. Lozano badly needing an out.
So now it's Alex Holderbach. Team said 0 for 3 today.
Number 12, Alix Holderbach.
1 on and nobody out in a tight ball game here as the Scouts are trying to take down the first place Cincinnati's team and move to above 500 for the first time this season. First pitch showing bunt is Holderbach, and he lays it down, but that ball rolls 10 feet down the first baseline before breaking foul. So 0-1 the count to Holderbach.
And the Scouts might have caught a break there. That ball hit the lip between the grass and the dirt here. If that ball stays fair, that's a very close play between either Chris Ackerman and Jorge Lozano, who pick up the ball, and the runner Holderbach.
So 0-1 now to Holderbach. Holderbach bats from the right side against the righty. It's Chris giving it first. 0-1 the count here with nobody out. Showing bunt again, and he fouls that one as that ball coming way inside. Holderbach keeps the bat in front of the chin. That almost hit him in the face had he not gotten the bat there. And Gabe, I don't think I've ever seen something like that before this season.
I thought it hit him. I thought it hit him right in the head.
Well, if that hit him in the head and the ball had ricocheted that far, that would have been truly bad news. But the bunt likely to be off now for Holderbach. He's behind in this count, 0-2. Jorge Lozano looks to the catcher, Chris Ackerman. The 0-2. And that one curveball hit high in the air. Right field, playable for Dylan Lottenville. He'll make the grab for out number 1. So that moves Alex Holderbach to 0 for 4 on the evening. The first out made here in the home half of the eighth. Hayden Singer to the plate, and Singer's had an interesting day all around. A strikeout the first time to the plate. He singled and ended up getting out at second on a double play ball back in the fifth. In the seventh, so just one inning ago, hit by a pitch on 2-2 from Kyle Bruner, ended up coming around to score the first run of the game, but he hits a ground ball over towards third. Joey Roddy goes to second for one. The throw to first for two will be in time. A 5-4-3 double play, and Jorge Lozano is out of the eighth inning unscathed. No runs on no hits, and nobody left to board for the Steam. We head to the ninth. The Scouts lead the Steam by a score of 3-2. It's a thriller in the Queen City. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We go into the top of the ninth. Chris Ackerman to lead off. First pitch to Ack. Fastball inside part of the plate. A called strike one. Chris Ackerman, who has a .509 on base percentage, has not reached base yet today as he fouls one hard out of play. First base side. 0-2 now the count. Ackerman, like I said, a .509 OBP, but today 0 for 3. His 3 chips to the plate have resulted in a couple of strikeouts, one swinging, one looking, and a 6-3 ground out. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. The 4th strikeout of the day for Chris Ackerman. And that is the 10th strikeout of the day against Xenia Scouts hitters today. Everyone here at Cincinnati Steam's Max McClary Field just won themselves free ballpark nachos. So good for them, but the Scouts, of course, still leading this game by a score of 3-2 with one away. Kyle Casserly to the plate. First pitch. Cass hits that one on the ground. Slow roller towards short. Throw to first in time. Out number 2. So a quick 2 outs. And now Caden Owens, who many probably expect to come out and pitch the ninth, is coming to the plate with 2 outs, and he's still hitless on the day. He's Caden. A couple of fly outs to center and a fly out on the infield to second base. An 0 for 3 day for Owens thus far. But the Oral Roberts Golden Eagle comes to the plate. Caden comes into the day, a .250 hitter, 3 RBIs, a couple of doubles for the native of Jenks, Oklahoma. He hits from the left side against the righty. First pitch, check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the field umpire. Mark Oppenheimer says no, he did not. 1 ball and no strikes to count here. 2 away in the top of the ninth. Xenia leads Cincinnati by a score of 3-2. The 1-0 to Owens. Curveball. They'll say that just catches the outside part of the plate. The count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Caden Owens. The 1-1. Upstairs and outside. Owens finds himself ahead in this count 2-1. For Caden Owens, if you get him on, that's a lot of speed on the base paths. 2 balls and a strike. And Owens hits that one high, foul, out of play, right behind the Cincinnati Steam dugout on the first base side. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes, but 2 away.
And just something real quick, Caden Owens doesn't have batting gloves on. I am almost 100% sure he has worn batting gloves in every single at-bat this season.
And he has a broken right hand, so that's not good. The 2-2 pitch. Low and in. The count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Caden Owens. Joey Radio waits on deck. Almost wouldn't be surprised if you saw perhaps a defensive substitution for Joey Roddy in the 9th as Owens laces that one into shallow center. Jace Mercer coming in, diving. He will not make the grab. Caden Owens rounding first, heading for second. The throw to second. Oh, no. He is out at second, but I don't believe that to be correct. So Caden Owens, a single, but will be called out trying to extend it to a double. And that is going to do it for Xenia in the top of the 9th inning. No runs on 1 hit and nobody left for the Scouts. They will try to shut the door on the Steam in the bottom of the 9th when we come back. 3-2 Scouts your score. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The bottom of the 9th inning. The Scouts with a 3-2 lead, and Caden Owens moving from center field to the pitcher's mound to try to close this game out. Caden Owens, 5 appearances on the year, 9 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 earned run, struck out 14, walked just 4. That's good for a 0.96 ERA, a whip of 1.07. Opponents are hitting 182 against the Southpaw from Oklahoma. So Will Vogelsang going to come to bat. It's going to be the 9-1-2 spot. First pitch fastball from Caden Owens finds the inside part of the plate. A called strike 1. Owens has been clocked at 92-93 at times. Will mostly sit high 80s, low 90s. The 0-1. Fouled hard, first base side. And Caden Owens ahead in this count 1-2. For Caden Owens, I believe it to be fastball, curveball, changeup, slider. Is that correct, Gabe?
I don't know about the slider. Definitely fastball, changeup, curveball.
The curveball is the money pitch. Nothing into the count. Here's the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Will Vogelsong goes down swinging. Caden Owen with punch out number 15 of the season. And now one away, but back to the very dangerous top of this Cincinnati Steam order with Jace Mercer.
And the key's going to be to get Mercer here. Get this second out before you get to the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters who all hit over 320.
So Jace Mercer to the plate. He's 2 for 4 on the day, has reached 3 times as he got on with an error. And first pitch from Caden Owens, fastball, and that one plunks him. Caden Owens immediately appeals to the home plate umpire, saying that hit the knob of the bat. But the home plate umpire disagrees, and Jace Mercer over to first. And Gabe, I initially thought it hit him, but now I'm siding with Owens because no ball that hits off the person ricochets that hard towards the dugout. But nonetheless, Jace Mercer, the fastest guy in the lineup, who has 11 stolen bases on the year, stands over at first. First pitch will not come as Caden Owens attempts the pickoff over to first. Jace Mercer has been thrown out at second once already today. It's Jake Bork to the plate. Bork is 1 for 4 on the day, a single in the 5th. Other than that, a couple of flying outs and a ground out. The tying run is at first, and pitch there from Caden Owens way on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes here with 1 away.
And the reason why that hit by pitch is so big is because of the speed of Mercer. 1 stolen base, and Mercer, the tying run, is in scoring position here in the 9th.
The batter Bork, a .324 hitter coming into this contest. Curveball from Owens. That one, they're going to say it's up and in. 2 balls and no strikes to Jake Bork. Bork hits from the right side against the southpaw Caden Owens. Just a tough break if you're the Xenia Scouts with that hit by pitch. And sky-high pop-up, foul territory. Ackerman behind the plate is going to watch it just go over the netting and into foul territory. And a couple of other ballparks with less territory, or with more fair territory, I should say, behind home plate. That could have been out number 2, but for Caden Owens, that's just a long strike 1. And for Jake Bork, new life here. Ahead 2-1 in this count.
And what helps here for Xenia is the fact that Caden Owens is a lefty. It's harder for Jace Mercer to get a jump.
2 balls and a strike here with 1 away. Mercer at first, pickoff attempt over to first, and for the second time in as many pickoff attempts, the pickoff attempt almost kind of low. Great job by the first baseman Casserly, scooping it out of the dirt. Mercer safe at first, 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 away. Owens looks back to first. Now he delivers the 2-1 pitch, and that one fouled straight back into the netting. The count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Caden Owens with a pitch to waste here. Look for Corey Coops to go curveball.
And I don't expect it to be necessarily a waste curveball because
No, I don't think it'll be a waste curveball either, but
because Owens can drop it right in there.
The 2-2 pitch. Curveball, and he just foul tips it about the minimum piece that you can get. That one looked like it was all but right past him, but just getting the bat out in front of it is Jake Bork. It slowly bounces to the backstop. We're going to stay at 2-2.
And I think he'll come back with it again.
Mercer leads from first. 2-2 again. And that one's low and inside. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. The tying run in the fastest man Great Lakes League in Jace Mercer is over at first. 3-2 the score in favor of your Xenia Scouts. The 3-2 pitch, and he just fouls it back into the screen yet again. We're going to stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And give credit where it's due. Jake Bork doing a great job at fouling off that big 12-6 curve from Caden Owens, and now that fastball on the inside part of the plate.
The 8th pitch of this at-bat now. 3-2. And that one's hit hard but foul. Out of play, first base side. We're going to do 3 and 2 all over again, Gabe. It sounds like a broken record, but that speaks to the job that Jake Bork is doing, protecting the plate here in the full count.
And now it's tough on what pitch to call because Bork has been on everything.
3 and 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Caden Owens, his second punch out number 2, and he is 1 out away from slamming the door on this one.
And the most dangerous hitter in this Cincinnati team coming up, 2 down, and the thing that makes me the most nervous is the fact that Beaver is a lefty. And he can send one right over this 285 wall in right field.
2 outs, 1 on. Pickoff attempt yet again from Caden Owens. That one low and in the dirt, but Mercer gets back there. 1 out away, but the batter, he's a good one. 380 hitter on the year, 1 for 3 on the day. He did draw a walk, did strike out his first time up against Caleb Fernholz. First pitch. Curveball outside part of the plate, taken all the way for a called strike. 0-1 the count here with 2 away.
And that curveball to Beaver now. A lefty starts in on him and moves away. That's a money pitch if you're Caden Owens.
A couple of guys from high-tier Division I at it. Oral Roberts for Central Florida. Fastball outside part of the plate again. Called strike. Caden Owens hitting this count. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 strike away from slamming the door and putting this one in the history books. The tying run at first. 0-2. Beaver from the left side against the southpaw, Caden Owens. The 0-2 pitch. That one is hit just foul first base line. We are going to stay at 0-2.
And that time, Beaver was on the curveball. That curveball didn't break to the outside part of the plate. It broke and stayed on the inside half. Beaver, the lefty, got around on it, hit it about 3-4 feet foul.
Owens looks to Chris Ackerman. Mercer leads from first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball just off the plate. The count moves the ball in 2 strikes here. Dallas Beaver from the University of Central Florida. We've talked about the numbers. 380 hit around the year, 7 doubles, a triple, a home run, 14 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3, and that is all she wrote here tonight. The final score, the Xenia Scouts 3, the Cincinnati Steam 2, and for the first time in the 2017 season, Gabe, the Scouts find themselves above 500. They moved to 10-9 on the season, and what a game it was.
And the pitching staff did it again today for the Xenia Scouts. The Scouts only scratched across 3 runs on, I believe, 6 hits. And that's all they needed, as Caleb Fernholz, in his first appearance as a Xenia Scout this season, a heck of a performance. 6 innings pitched, no runs, only 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Jorge Lozano, an inning pitched, no hits, no runs. Caden Owens comes in, closes the deal, does hit a batter, but 3 strikeouts from Caden Owens, and that'll do it here tonight.
So Caden Owens continues to dominate, and for the Scouts, for Caleb Fernholz, who comes in and puts on an absolute display here against the top team in the Great Lakes League. 6 innings of shutout baseball. A little bit of a hiccup there from Kyle Bruner, but Jorge Lozano draws the double play after hitting a guy and allowing a hit, and Caden Owens just does what Caden Owens does best, Gabe, and that shut the door. So the Scouts win a 3-2 victory. We will be back in action tomorrow. I believe a 4 o'clock start.
4:05.
A 4:05 start. That one is back at home at Grady's Field in beautiful Xenia, Ohio. And the Scouts will take on the Steam one more time. So the winning pitcher, Caleb Fernholz. The losing pitcher, Logan Heintzman. The save goes to Caden Owens. The Scouts, they move to 10-9 on the season. The Steam drop to 11-7. I am Andrew Alix for Gabe Genovesi and the entire Xenia Scouts family. Thanks for joining us tonight. What a fun one it was. We hope to see you back here with us tomorrow. Good night and God bless.
The winning pitcher for Xenia is Caleb